All right, class. Okay, good day for you people. Okay, we finished this up yesterday when we were talking about my percentages. So if it's going up, I take 100% and then I add whatever's going to that. And if it's on sale, I take 100% and I subtract from that. All right, flip the page. We're going to go to this one right here. I'm dying over here. All right, small business bought a van for $40,000 in 2008. The van depreciates by 15% every year after its purchase. Now, Brooklyn, what does depreciate mean? Because I picked on Gashom earlier. Because I think you know what depreciate means. No? Desiree, can you help her out? Okay. One. Value goes down. If it's depreciating, it's going down. So if I appreciate you...
If you didn't come at me reckless on the Thursday, it would hardly be appreciated.
My bad. I just tried to ask a question. We're just doing some math. Okay. Hurt my feelings. Rafa, how you doing today, Rafa? So, going back to this. If I depreciate, it's going down, right? So, if it's going down, we talk about the problems that we did yesterday. So, if it stays the same, what percent am I using? Stays the same. Stays the same. But what is that as a percent?
100?
Yeah, 100%, right? So it's just like yesterday where Angel, he went to Target to go buy his Gucci underwear, right? Okay, so he went to go buy his Gucci underwear. He paid full price. So the amount that he paid, the percent, would be 100%, right? So if you pay full price, it's 100%. But on top of that full price, you actually have to add tax on top of it, right? So it's going to go up. But now depreciate, we said, is going to go down. So we're going to start with that 100% and then do what? Subtract. So in this case, we're subtracting 15. So let's take a look. So before I do the math on this, it says which graph correctly represents the depreciation. Let's start off with, is there any of them that I could get rid of? Why am I going to get rid of A? That one's going up, isn't it? A's going up, so let's get rid of that. So, and that means it's got to be one of these other ones. So we're going to use the same formula that we used yesterday and the day before.
Wait, can we cross D2?
Why D?
Because it starts on 30.
Ooh, good call right there. Okay, Rafa for the win. This one's starting at 30,000, where these other two are starting at 40,000. Good job, good noticing. All right, my initial amount. So we're going to look at these two right here. We're going to look at these two right here, and we're going to figure out there's a big difference in between these two, right? Okay. And we could do the math to figure out what it's supposed to be. So my initial amount was how much?
40.
How much? 40,000. So let's start with that. I'm going to make a little spot over here for this. So 40,000. What is my rate going to be now?
50%.
Not 15%. What is it? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. Not 15 over 100. That would be the 15% again. Remember, it's going down. It's depreciating. It's like it's going on sale, right? How would I say that? not negative 15. So if you pay full price, if it stayed the same, I would be at 100%, right? Okay, let's go back to the sale. So Angel, he bought those super expensive, Hugo Boss underwear. Okay, and he got a 20% coupon. How much did he end up paying? What percentage? So,
Oh, 75.
20% coupon.
I don't know about something like that.
20% coupon. So I take my 100%, which is regular price, and I have to deduct the 20% that he got it on sale, right? So Angel would only pay 80% of what that is. Because it's going on sale, it's depreciating, it's going down, right? So I take 100% and I take away that value. In this case, it's 15%, right? So it's a sale of 15%. So how much are we end up paying? 85. 85. So it's going to be 85%. So mathematically, I would show 85 over 100, right? Now, if you notice, we're looking at my two graphs right here. We're looking at two graphs. What t value did they use? Years. Okay, but what value did they use? 8's over here for this one, but I'm looking at these two graphs. They used 1, didn't they? Because look, it is 1 year since purchase. So the t is 1. It is 1 year since purchase, so my t is 1. So let's go ahead and put in 1 right there. And I would like all y'all people right now to please approximate that. Please put that in the calculator. I would appreciate if everyone would do that. It would make me quite gruntled if everyone would do that. Yes. So my value after 1 year should be 34,000. So that means that the answer, the graph, the correct graph has to be B. Because at year 1, this says 20,000, right? Good. Now, we're doing the same thing, and now it says find the value of the van 8 years after purchase. So you're writing out the equation, and now my new t value is, so everyone's doing this right now. Hold on. Let some people calculate it, because other people have yet to pick up that calculator, right? Control, enter.
I just brought it down.
You got it? Okay. All right. So, you guys should all have the answer of, what's my answer? 10,000. 99. So after 8 years, it is now worth $10,000. $10,000. So that's not very good, is it? So just remember when you buy that expensive Kia, okay, for 40,000, Rafa, okay, when you go into the military, you're gonna have a steady paycheck. You're gonna be like, dude, I don't know what to do with all my money. So you're gonna be like, dude, I'm gonna get that new Kia Sorento, which with the doors and windows and leather package, knowing darn well that thing's gonna be broken down side of the road. So in 8 years, it's not worth very much anymore, is it? It's just a waste of money. Yeah. So don't waste your money, I'm telling you. Okay. Now, what year is this one supposed to be? What year? Give me the year.
2016.
Why is it 2016?
2008, 2016. Yeah,
8 years after 2008. So it's going to be in 2016. Very good. Now, this next one says, let's see. It says, in the same year, 2008, business bought a second van that cost $10,000 less than the first van. Okay, so what's the cost then? Yeah, it's going to be 30 because it's 10,000 less than the first van, and depreciates at 10% per year. What would the second van be worth? Would the second van be worth more or less than the first van 8 years after the purchase? So, what is my initial value I'm starting off on this one?
30,000.
Not 10,000, it is 30 because it's 10,000 less. Parentheses. What is the new rate I'm going to use? Yeah, it is going to be 90 because it's depreciating at 10% this side. So it's 90 over 100. And we're looking at the same time frame, so that means my T is 8. Because we're still after the 8 years, right? So, y'all people are calculating. Before you shout it out, you gotta show them some time to put it in. Jonathan. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, how much is this vehicle worth now? Here, you said 12,000? 9,000 what? 14.0. Yeah. Now, which one is a better deal? Because right here we have Rafa. He went into the military and he decided to spend all his money on that $40,000 Kia with power door locks, power windows, and that sound system. Okay, he got leather interior too. So, okay, because he wanted to go all out. But the problem is he bought a Kia. And then we had Nazbulo. Okay, he went Marine Corps. He's like, dude, you know what? I only want to spend $30,000. Okay, he did $30,000, but he bought that Ford. Bought that Ford F-150. Basic package. He really didn't need all that other stuff. You don't need leather seats, right? It's a truck. It's a man thing. So he bought a Ford, and now it is, after 8 years, it's still worth more than that Kia that we bought over here, right? So even though it was $10,000 cheaper, it's worth more. It lasts longer. Don't buy a Kia. Okay, all right, that's basically it. Huh? Yeah. No, seriously, trucks last a lot longer. Don't buy a car. Those, huh? Depends on which one you get. So, yeah, trust me, cars aren't really that good. Huh? 6. But it's the EcoBoost one, so I still get 21 miles a gallon. Okay, anyway. So, let's take a look right here. On the same coordinate plane graph, how about this? Okay. Now, I'm going to graph this so we can actually see the two differences here. So let's graph both of these functions as a function of time. So we're going to do this, but we're going to put this into our calculator so we can see this. So our two functions are going to look like this. So my first function started off at 40,000. And it was 85%, right? And over a course of years, t. And my second function is 30,000.
Wait, do we put it at 8 years or one?
No, we're doing t years. Because we're doing it, we're going to have a graph. We're going to have a graph and actually look at it here. And so this one was 90% and t of years. So it will make sense when we're actually doing the graphs and you'll be like, oh, hey, look. So on the graph in your calculator, this should be your F1 and this should be your F2.
Do we actually put a T on top?
No, it's not t. That's your variable. So this, in this case, it's going to be an x, right? Yeah, it's going to be an x.
You said 300.
I know there's a t, but don't do t because t is polar. You don't want that.
Oh, no, I know. It's not there.
Okay. I'm going to show you why. So I'm going to start off with 40,000. Parentheses. This is 85 over 100. And this is raised to my variable. I'm going to put an x right here. And then I'm going to put the second one, and you'll see okay, Rafa says that it is not on my graph. Can anyone explain why it's not on my graph? It should be starting at 40,000, shouldn't it? So it should be starting at 40,000, so that means we need to change the settings. But what settings particular? Menu. Okay, we're doing menu. Window. Let's do window right here, right? So what do you think the minimum x value? 0, because we're going to start at 0 years, right? In 2008. And let's go 10 years. Okay, 10 years fine, right? Because we did the math all the way to 8. And then y minimum. So what do you think? The y represents my cost, right?
40,000?
The minimum. What do you think the minimum?
0.
0. 0 is a good minimum. Why is 0 a good minimum?
We didn't go negative?
Yeah, it's eventually going to go to 0, right? After enough years, it should go to 0. You're not going to get a negative value unless you bought that 84 Honda Civic. Okay, y max. What do you think the cost max should be?
45?
You want 45,000? Okay. As long as you're over 40,000, you could actually see the graph. And let's hit OK. Look at that. There you go. So, according to the graph, the blue one is worth more, isn't it? All the way till right here. Okay? And so at this point right here is where it changes. That means that the red one, your Ford, is going to be worth more than your Kia at this point right here. So is there a way to figure out that point?
Yes.
That's the intersection. Very good. So it's going to be a menu. 6. Intersection. So what does that tell me right there?
Year 5.
Year 5, right? So after year 5, the Ford is going to be worth more money. So anytime after year 5, the Ford is going to be worth more money because the Kia is going to fall apart. Okay, it's everything's going to break down. Yeah. So the power windows and door locks, the leather seats are going to get all tore up, right? And did you have a sound system in there too? You paid for the sound system, right? Yeah, Rafa paid for the sound system. The speakers blew out. Okay, yeah. So anyway, put your foot through the window for some reason.
This is the truck too?
Huh?
Leather?
No, it's a truck. It's basic.
Leather too?
I know, but why are you gonna put leather in a work truck? Seriously. No, you don't put leather in a truck. No, that's a car. That's a car thing.
Why is the truck out?
Yeah, because those people don't work. They just drive it around because they want it to be pretty. They don't use it as a truck.
Do you have yours up?
Hey, trust me. You can go see mine. Mine, no. Okay. Anyway, all right. Yes. All right, you guys. So basically, that's it. Okay. Yeah, that's it for the notes. We're gonna use the rest of this time to make sure you guys get done with 4.1 is due today. 4.2 is gonna be due on Monday. Okay. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button.